Hey everyone, Sensei Victoria Whitfield here, your energy master coach and spiritual business strategist from strategicmeditation.com with some more field observations I've got for you for the insights, aha moments, and best practices I've gleaned from another week of serving our community of impact driven entrepreneurs and leaders who, like you, want to make sure that they get and stay grounded and clear in mind, body, and business because your energy is everything, especially in business. Now, I'm sharing these tips, stories, and insights with you from the heart as I am guided intuitively with the intention of lifting up our professional community with gratitude, as well as for those of you who may be out here looking for support or a coach for you and your business. Let this be your taste test, right? Just like at Costco. If and when you enjoy this free sample and you're left feeling like you're wanting a little bit more and more answers for yourself, feel free to reach out and inquire about us working together. I'd be happy to take a look at supporting you in optimizing your situation. So, without further ado, today's topic of the week is this secret work life balance hack that I found. And by the way, we are doing a triple stream, like a triple live stream, as usual. Thank you, StreamYard, which is awesome. So go ahead and comment hashtag live so that I could see which platform that you are on. I see you. Melinda is on Facebook. We're also triple streaming from Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube at the moment. So it's super good. And these are, I believe these might be, gosh, I think these are angel light quartz or what angel aura quartz. Thank you for asking. So we're talking about a secret work-life balance hack, especially that I've seen coming from my clients this week in particular. So this is a bit of a sneaky productivity block for people who find themselves especially passionate, aka a bit of a workaholic in their impact driven business. And unfortunately, this sneaky block can end up like speeding you to burnout if you don't take care of this. This can really drain your energy a lot faster if you aren't aware of it, and it can hold back or hinder your impact, right? If it's left unchecked. So, and if you follow the work that I do, you may have seen that in some of my other posts this week in particular. I do a weekly forecast. So the declaration over this week was that this is all about balance. Hey, Dr. Nazy. Hey, Dr. Sue. So it's good to see you. This week is all about balance. Right. And so it's interesting to see how that manifests because I forecasted the week. Now it's the Friday of the week that I had forecasted, and I'm now reporting the field observations for you and how balance expressed in my community of clients was these sneaky energy drains, and it was a common thread. So I'll tell you a story. Two clients of mine in particular, out of the bunch that I'm working with this week so far. Um, for one of my clients, how this manifested was it's just she was feeling kind of sick, longer and more fatigue than usual, feeling a bit kind of floaty and ungrounded. Is hard to like really focus. She's been working on herself a lot. Like I'm not the only person that she works with to improve and optimize her own personal performance and productivity. But this week in particular, she decided to reach out about this hack I'm about to tell you because she suspected that this was the last thing that was kind of draining her energy from the background. And she's in a bit of an interim, right? A transition point in her personal life. while also having a bit of a laptop lifestyle type business, which is a virtual business. And she needs her energy, her personal energy to be on point, her ability to focus to be on point, not only for serving her clients at the highest levels, but also with her family being at a bit of a transition point. She also needs to be on her A game on both sides. And so, how do you say this is like burning the candle at both ends? Yeah. And so she's really feeling it. So she reached out about this particular blog. She's actually a returning client who had been with me around, had worked with me, I think, last like maybe 6 or 7 years ago now, directly. So she's like, "Oh, we're back to working together because of this unique situation where she's burning the candle at both ends." So maybe that's your story. My other client, she's a mom of uh, like 4 adult children who are in and out of her 5 different homes. She's in the process of launching her, or relaunching actually, her expert-based service business, while also dealing with multiple location renovations and also managing the holistic health of all of her family members. So that's, how do you say, a total of 6 family members in her own family, like herself, her 4 children. But then there's also both her mother, mother-in-law, as well as the extended family. She has a lot of incredible holistic expertise. And she, as a mom with a very full plate, noticed that this secret work-life balance block, even not even hack, but like has really, like, it was kind of creeping in and draining her. So those are 2 unique situations. So maybe it's because you're not only a parent but also the one who knows all the things in the family clan. This can sneak up on you and steal some of your ability to focus, be creative, and innovate as you are pivoting and maybe launching for the first time, or in her case, relaunching after a long time only focusing on her family, and getting their health together, right? For your, I mean, we've had some crazy health years recently. So maybe that's your situation with my second client, or maybe it's a similar situation, my other client, where um, your your family's at a transition point. Like, it's an unexpected season that's causing you to burn the candle at both ends, where you're developing like your established business, trying to grow that while things are things are transitioning at home. And it happens to all of us. So I gave a little hint there. We ready? What is the secret work-life balance hack? And that I'm having clients buying in, investing in, and seeing the shifts, having invested in taking care of this block. It is space clearing. And if you're paying attention, go ahead and type that in the notes below. Make sure that you anchor that in. It's space clearing. So there's it's very, very, very important that you have an environment that is supportive of you. And certainly sometimes we may have friends, family, um, air quality that we can't change for environmentally speaking. Um, and so be kind to yourself if you're in an environment that you didn't even think about. You're just super duper focused in the tunnel. Like, say you're like the first example. So sharing again uh, the field observations with you. My first client of, okay, I just got to be in the tunnel of, on this end of the candle, taking care of my clients and growing the business, and then on the other end of the candle, taking care of my family and arranging for all of these transitions going on that were unexpected. I got to come up with solutions and arrangements and figuring out all of the stuff to deal with this sudden transition. Maybe that's you, where you're like burning the candle at both ends, but in a tunnel, be- and that tunnel vision around you is totally overlooking the fact that the environment around you itself is actually a drain or a strain on you being your best at, well, burning the candle at both ends. Because, hey, hashtag entrepreneur life. This is what it is, right? If you're working from home or you have a laptop lifestyle, you did that because you wanted to be free to do the things and spend the time with the people that you care about. So with that freedom though comes responsibility for when the unexpected thing pops up and you got to be present to it, or you get to be present to this very precious time of transition in your family's life, right? Whatever that looks like. Maybe it's a graduation, maybe it's the birth of a child, perhaps a wedding or a death, who knows, right? Or whatever that looks like, a pivot of some kind, you want to be present to it and making sure that the space around you is cooperative on an energetic as well as an organizational level is going to either help or harm you in that burning the candle at both ends situation. Does that sound familiar? Now, I'm not a professional organizer. So when I say space clear, I'm also not like a cleaning goddess. And by the way, shout out to my cleaning fam, like the cleaning god, like that's another member of my family. So freaking grateful. And shout out to all my professional organizers out there. You change lives. I will send you referrals. But when I talk about space clearing, I don't mean organizing and I don't mean like spick and span cleaning. So when I talk about space clearing, I'm talking about clearing the emotional debris that may be stuck in the space. And special shout out to all my realtors, by the way, who are like out there assessing the energy and the, how do you say, the stagers as well, saleability of homes. Y'all know what I'm talking about when I say the energy is not good up in here. I remember when I visited my brother up in Boston, and when he bought his home up in the Boston Cambridge area, we're talking to, hey Rob, speaking of realtors, yes, right? So we're sitting there talking to the realtor that sold the house to my brother, and my brother's like, "Oh, my sister, she does like Reiki, intuitive development," and the realtor was like, I believe in all of that." She's like, "Nope, say no more. Let me tell you, you can feel a happy home and you can feel an angry home and a sad home." Like, she's like, you feel the spirits and everything. She's like, "I am such a believer because I'm a realtor." So she's like, what you do with space clearing is everything. Stagers get it. They're like, it's vibes. Excuse me. Also, anyone in sales understands that your energy is everything. If you can't read the room, or if the room doesn't read positively, if if you're in a space that doesn't feel good to buy, you will not buy. It's important. This is a very intuitive art, sales. So the secret work life balance hack. So again, we have our two um examples from the field of, well, from my field work this week working with clients that I want to share with you. One of my client who's burning the candle at both ends, where she's growing, trying to grow her business, but also now dealing with an unexpected transition in her family. So she's trying to take care of both and getting sick and exhausted for some reason. And no, this was before this the smoke, blessings and healing So all those affected came into the area. She was feeling it beforehand of like, everything's fine. I take great care of myself. I don't know why I'm so tired and unfocused and ants in the pants, kind of, I'm straining to figure things out and to stay focused. It was the space around her needed clearing. Okay. And by the way, she went for the hard reset. Because I do 2 levels of space clearing. Like as an energy master, I'm able to clear the energy without physically being present. And what was crazy was that, okay, she went for the hard reset. The first level is like, just like kind of like you have one cleaning person come through and just make everything nice. The second level, the hard reset, is as if you're having your house detailed, where you have the cleaning crew come in and just like completely reset everything. She went for that on 2 properties. It affected her so hard. So for those of you, if you're like, Victoria, shut up and take my money, I want that. I want the hard reset. I want to be like shot out of the cannon, fresh energy. I want to be clear so I could move forward and blood transform. Let me give you a word of like caution. She detoxed so hard. The energy was worse. It was affecting her worse than we expected, where I had to make sure that I set her up with my homeopath who could give her extra remedies for helping clear all of the emotional debris off of her as it was just like coming off intensely. She had to take 2 days off of work and just lay down, extra water, extra rest, because the whole space and her both were clearing so strong when you do a hard reset like that. Okay. So be kind to yourself. If you're all in on it, okay. And we'll take care of you. Absolutely. It's going to be amazing. But when you do a reset on the space, like if you're like that second level of like, I want the hard reset. I don't just want like a maintenance or a clearing. I'll tell you my second, like the other client, they had that one and what happened. But when you go for all in, you hit the pedal to the metal. And just like in a car, when you press the pedal to the metal, I don't know if you've ever been in a car with the fuel injection, you're like, you press the pedal and then it goes, the G force pulls you back. There's a bit of kick to it. So be kind to yourself. You could go all in for doing a space clearing, or now getting back to the other story that I observed this week in my other client, the busy mom who's kind of like an octopus, right? Her 4 kids, her mom, her mother-in-law, her 5 different properties, like trying to relaunch her own business after a long time, not like being actively working. And for her, she already works with me regularly for energy clearing, but in the spirit, she's like, you know what? I feel like if you could just do a clearing on these 2 properties out of our 5 where I'm staying so that I could focus a little bit better, that would be great. And so rather than the second level of like getting the detailing and like the deep clean, this was just like a light spick and span, energetically speaking. And what that helped her do as the mama octopus who manages everyone's holistic health and is aware of organizing and strategizing and steering the whole family clan, what that did is that helped her to relax and delegate more. There was, when we cleared the space for her at that level 1 where it was lighter, the anxiety that she had of, oh, this is coming up for this one of my kids, and oh, this is coming up for my husband, and oh, I got to figure this out for my business, and oh, why, like I have so much to do. There's all the things. She was all the thingsing that released so that she could have the bigger picture in mind. And with that softness, she could step back and say, "Oh, that's easy. I could just give that to so and so. Oh, that's easy. I could just give that to so and so." Right? The space around her, though, was radiating back that all the things overwhelm. And when you're in that state of compression, or how do you say it, sympathetic, central nervous state, fight, flight, or freeze initiates. And those four states do not help you in developing your business. Is this making sense, by the way? Go ahead and put a heart in the comments or say hashtag live if you're with me live, hashtag replay if you're watching on the replay. So, fight, flight, or freeze. Um, yeah, I didn't wait, fight, flight, freeze. I said four ways. It's three. Those three things do not help. Long story short, for improving your productivity, your profitability, your ability to move projects forward. If you're frozen, if you're rejecting and resisting them, or if you're just like, F it, like flying away, I'm like, "Ah, I'm not going to even pay attention." What can happen is, and this is actually, my spirit guides are reminding me of a theory called stone tape theory. The space will radiate back to you the emotions that you put out. So in paranormal studies, there's this thing called stone tape theory. And so paranormal studies is for those of you who know about ghost hunting, etc. So enjoy this with a grain of salt, however you feel, whatever your beliefs are. But especially in older homes, especially stone buildings, when you go there, there tends to be like repeating hauntings, right? Or phantom smells or lights or mists that gather at certain times of the day, like maybe around 3 a.m., over and over and over again. That's why, for those of you who travel and love to do like maybe around Halloween time, for me, all year. But if you want to do like a haunted ghost tour or something, you're like, okay, we have to go at a certain time, and maybe you'll see the soldier walking or the lady in white gliding by the window. It's always at the same time. Stone tape theory says that stones or inanimate objects, spaces, record energy and emotion like cassette tapes. Shout out to those of you who don't know what the hell a cassette tape is. Good luck in life. But it's basically the space. Stone tape theory says spaces are recording emotion and energy, especially when it's intense. And for all of my realtors, but side note, that was hysterical that I manifested Rob, the realtor, high on this live stream. So amazing, right when I mentioned realty. But anyway, for all my realtors who go into houses that feel joyful and light and loving, the house, like a cassette tape or a tape recorder, recorded all of the positive, happy energy and continues to replay it over and over and over again. Emotionally, it puts it back out what was put into it. Also, houses where bad things have happened, maybe molestation or violence, anger, arguments, like trauma, spaces that have had traumatic energy. Unfortunately, the same is true. They will replay that over and over and over again. For sensitive individuals like who I serve, when we go to visit certain historic monuments like Gettysburg, for example, right, or the Millennium Tower, like all of the, you will feel this sense of intensity. And that's where space clearing is very much so needed, right? So all of that could be going on in the background while maybe you're like my first client, you're burning candles at the both ends as a entrepreneur and as a family person, right? Or like my second client, as a family person who wants to be an entrepreneur, right? Or wants to revive their business. As a sensitive person, you're trying to do your thing and to serve others and contribute in a way that you care about. But there's a secret block that can get overlooked that could be stopping your ability to balance your work life and stopping your ability to perform at your highest levels and draining your productivity fast. And that is the energy of the space around you. So again, if you want to know more about it, go ahead and comment below. Or if you would like to speak to me about your unique situation and your space, things that you've seen and observed, go ahead and you could DM me here wherever this is. Again, I'm triple streaming on Facebook and LinkedIn, so you could DM me on both those platforms. If you're watching on YouTube, how you reach out is at team@victoriawhitfield.com. Send me an email back or comment below. I'm happy to look into your situation or talk to you about supporting you in that. So, for us as spiritually minded, energy sensitive, passionate, impact driven entrepreneurs and leaders, your energy is everything. Your energy is everything. And today, in particular, I felt intuitively guided to share about not only your energy, but also the energy of the space around you could be blocking your ability to be balanced, focused, and effective at your highest levels. Is this something that resonates with you? Comment below. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the share button. Who do you know who needed to hear this message today or this week? I'm sending you so much love. Sensei Victoria Whitfield from strategicmeditation.com, and I'll see you in the next teaching live stream. Make sure that you subscribe. And if you're not on my email list, those emails get sent on Sunday mornings at around 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you want to hop on my email list, what you can do is text the word compass to 66866. Let me put that here on camera. When you text the word compass to 66866, it'll ask you for your email, and you will then get an email when you enter it in. You'll get an email of my Claim Your Inner Compass worksheet. So that worksheet is going to help you learn about what are the 4 areas that could be blocking you from trusting your gut in life and business and what you could do about it, right? So again, text compass to 66866, and that'll also get you on the email list so that you get all of my forecasts for the week in your email inbox so you could get off social media and away from all of this noise. All right, I'm sending you so much love. Mwah! Thank you so much for joining live. Remember to hit share or tag somebody who needed to hear this message today. Work, life, balance, hack. And so it is. Bye for now.